What's going on, guys? Leyvi here. Welcome back to another Albion Online video. 2 weeks ago I made a healing guide for the arena in which I shared a hellgates build, which I think is a lot of fun to play and definitely a very strong build altogether. However, the hellgates is a holy weapon and some of you showed you are more interested in becoming a nature healer. The hellgates is also very expensive right now, so in this guide I will share a top tier nature build with you that's also as cheap as it gets. Both the hellgates build I showed you last time around and today's nature build are viable for all sorts of group content such as arena, hellgates, roads of Avalon, dungeons, open world and more. Let's take a look at today's build. The bare minimum to play this build as it is intended requires the following loadout, which costs about 50k silver, and that includes a tier 3 horse, a bag and even food and potion. I've equipped myself for arena in this specific loadout, and as you can see, everything I'm using is tier 4, except for the weapon which is tier 6. This is because the W skill you want to use with this build requires a tier 6 weapon or better. The weapon we use in this build is the nature staff. On the Q you want to take rejuvenation. When you cast this skill on yourself or on an ally, they get 1 charge, and you can apply up to 3 charges per person. Each of these charges do healing over time, and the more charges one person has, the more healing they get on every tick. So ideally, you want to have 3 charges on those that you wish to heal. If you cast another charge on someone that already has 3 charges, their charges will be consumed, and you will restore some energy. I wouldn't worry too much about this feature because we already have energy sustain in this build from other sources. One thing that might be good to know is that you can cast this on yourself very easily by clicking Alt and Q together. When you hold Alt whilst using a skill, you can cast it on yourself. On the W, you want to have Rejuvenating Breeze. This skill releases a breeze from the targeted ally and does multiple things. First of all, it gives all allies hit by the breeze a buff for a short duration that increases their resistances against damage. Secondly, it spreads the rejuvenating charges on the selected ally to all allies hit by the breeze. So this skill makes it very easy to get the healing over time ticking on all of your allies whilst boosting their defenses for a short duration. The most optimal way to use this skill is by stacking 3 Qs on yourself and then using the W on yourself as well, so that you spread the buffs to everyone around you. This skill requires you to have level 70 mastery and a tier 6 staff or better, so until then you can simply use a different skill. As for your E, the Circle of Life ability, which is the special ability of the nature staff. You're looking at an AoE heal that heals up to 5 allies around you, which healing power is determined by the amount of charges they have. If your allies have 3 stacks, they get more than double the healing from this skill than if they were to have no charges at all. And with this skill, everything of this weapon comes together. You use your Qs to get 3 charges, which then spread to everyone around you with your W, and finally, you heal everyone with the maximum potential by using your E. As for the passive on this weapon, I like to take hit and run, which adds some mobility to this build, which is very helpful to have since you need to get close to your allies to use your W and E to heal them. For the armors, we have 3 cloth pieces, and on all 3 of these you take the aggression passive for increased healing. For your helmet, the Scholar Cowl, which provides the energy shield that increases your defenses whilst also providing you energy sustain every time you get hit as long as it's active. Your armor is the Cleric Robe, which provides the Everlasting Spirit shield if you get hit after activating this ability. Whilst the shield is active, you become immune to all damage and your healing cost also increases. So this is basically your oh shit button. As for your boots, the Mage Sandals, which has the delayed teleport ability that teleports you to the targeted location after a 1-second delay. The reason we picked these boots specifically is because you can combine the delayed teleport with your W and E for some fancy healing. This will take some practice to pull off, but once you know how to do it, you will look like a pretty professional healer. We take the Mist Color offhand to have lower cooldowns overall, and since it is a budget build, a regular cape. If you can afford a skill cape, either a Limhurst for some guaranteed energy sustain would be great to have, or a Martlock for some extra defenses. For your food you want Amulet, and since I am about to do Arena, I just take a tier 5, but in any other content you want to have tier 7. For your potions, Resistance, which once again I take a tier 3 for Arena purposes, but outside of that I recommend a tier 7 as well. Alright, now that we have the loadout fully covered, let's see this build in action in the Arena. Alright guys, welcome to the second part of the video. Once you enter the arena, one thing you can do is press tab to see what your party consists of and the enemy teams as well. Make sure to use food as soon as you get into arena. So we can see they have a halberd, they have a Trinity Spear, Permafrost, another Trinity Spear. So, you know, as a healer, I feel pretty screwed already because those 3 weapons will definitely be targeting me and jumping on me. One thing I like to do, by the way, is put the party window to the side of my tent, so in this case to the right, and lock it in place. Alright, so they are going ham already. Get 3 stacks on myself. Get all the healing. Oh my god, they bursted that guy down real quick. These guys ain't playing around. Alright, get myself back up to 3 stacks. So as you saw, I used my link there into W and E to get the healing dot ticking on everyone and maximum heals basically, as I explained in the first part of this video. Get 3 stacks on myself, spread the dot here, and E, since he did proc Stalker jacket there, which is a lot of DPS. And we don't have any purges to remove it. Just use your W and E. Alright, so back to 3 stacks on myself. W and E to get everyone back up whilst using the Color Cowl energy shield. To make sure I regen some energy there. Alright, going pretty good so far. Like, they are not focusing. If they were to focus me, we would be in a lot more trouble, to be honest. Just gonna wait to W here, and E as well, and proc my Scholar Cowl once again. To get some defenses. Get my energy back up. W and E, everyone has full heal again. And the dot sticking once again, which is nice. Alright, so right now I need to make sure I get 3 stacks on myself again, because I'm about to W here and E once again, saving the Bloodletter's life there. I'll put some auto attacks there. That went like really quick, but I had like, alright, so I don't have any energy, and as you can see, I used my Scholar Cowl and I'm back to full energy right away. So what happened just earlier was I had 2 stacks on me, because my cooldowns were still quite far, right? Like the W and E. So I had 2 stacks. Alright, get the E in real quick, you know. Not ideal, but you know. Not much I can do for this guy now though, because I have everything on cooldown basically, but I don't think I will be able to explain what happened earlier. But I'm sure it's gonna happen again, so alright, 3 stacks, W, spread the dots, or hots, and E once again. But not much I can do after that, really. Like, all I can do is bring him back to 3 charges once again, and that's it, you know. Also, guys, you see, like, I have a bleed ticking on me, so if I proc the Scholar Cal, I can regen energy that way. Whilst not, you know, directly taking damage from the enemies. Alright. Bit of a reset here on the fight. Make sure to heal everyone whilst you wait. So one thing that's good to do is pre-hot people, right? Like, this is a melee, he's bound to go in. So you already have like 3 stacks on him. Which makes it so I don't have to get close to him right now. And endanger myself, you know. There we go. Get myself back up to 3 stacks again. Oh, this slow is pretty insane, dude. Pretty damn insane. To be honest, it shouldn't be the perma focusing me, but the melees, but you know, they seem occupied, which is good for me, but I would be having much more trouble if the melees were to focus me. Get 3 stacks on him, get 3 stacks on him. And get 3 stacks on myself. There we go. Proc the helmet here. Can I get to him? He's faster than me. Okay, nice. Didn't have to use cleric rope so far. But if they were to focus me, I would have had to use it instantly. Get my energy shield back up here. For some defenses mostly in this case. I got silenced. Okay, now I need to use cleric rope. 3 stacks W E to heal everyone back up. Gonna blink out here. You know, just in case they decide to focus me. Whilst running back, I'm gonna put 3 stacks on myself again. W here and E to get everyone back up to full health. Can get some autos in if you want to, if you have like the opportunity to do so. Alright, so I was slow on the healing here. To be honest, I was slow. I was slacking. He shouldn't have died there. That was completely my bad. I know this guy likes to focus me, so next time he does and I'm low on energy, I'm gonna proc my helmet. Get myself back up to 3 stacks. To be honest, I should have gotten him up to 3 stacks. He would have been well helped by now. So if you just noticed, this guy here, he was spinning his weapon, right? Spears have that ability on the W. And they reflect the majority of the damage back at the attacker. So that's something you can be careful for. Alright, I'm gonna stay on the pointer. This game does feel pretty one-sided, but it's mostly because their melees aren't focusing me, right? So if they did, we wouldn't have this easy of a time, to be honest. Not much I can do there. W and E were on cooldown. And he already had 3 stacks of Q, so let's see if we can take the kill. Oh, we can't. Once this guy dies, the game is over. Just 2 points. Alright, the game is over. Let's see, I'm curious to healing difference, because, yeah. So they had a nature staff healer as well, but with the guardian helmet, cleric rope, and assassin shoes. Since he has the Limhurst cape, you know, The Guardian helmet can work, but I don't think this is always enough. I think the Scholar Call is pretty damn important with this build. Yeah, he did have like a skill cape advantage over me, right? Since it is arena, it's safe. I could have gone with like a Martlock or a Limhurst as well, as I explained before. But the healing difference is like more than double, right? So that's pretty huge. But once again, the main issue for the enemy team was that they weren't focusing me, and I am the healer, also a nature healer, so I was like a pretty easy target for them. Once my cleric rope was down, I didn't really have much of a defense, and was forced to, you know, reposition away from my team basically. Yeah, that's it for this fight, guys. I hope you guys had fun watching. I hope the video altogether was very informative. Next time I go about the healing build, I think I'm gonna do a budget holy build, because right now we have like a expensive holy build and a cheap nature build. So next time a cheap holy build would be a nice addition, I think. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.